In this problem, we're going to calculate a p of x using a binomial probability formula, and then later we'll determine that we can use a normal distribution to estimate this probability, and we will also calculate p of x with the normal distribution comparing the results. So you have your given information here, n, p, and x, and you're asked to find p of x for these given values, and I want to show you how you can use StatCrunch to do this. So let's go over here to StatCrunch, and underneath Stat and Calculators, we're going to first select Binomial, because the first probability we're asked to find is a binomial probability. Here we are going to adjust our values to the given values of the problem. I believe they were 54 for n. The probability was 0.4, p was 0.4, and the probability that we're asked to find is p of x equals 24. And when we compute, we've got our nice binomial probability distribution here, and we have that value below. Rounded, let's see, we're going to have to round up, so let me copy that, paste it, and round up that last digit, and OK. So up next, we first have to test, can we use the normal distribution to approximate? So we are checking this condition. Does n times p times the quantity 1 minus p, is that greater than or equal to 10? So we're going to go through that process, and we should, when we multiply those three values together, we should see that yes, it is greater than or equal to 10. So we'll select that one. Next, now we're coming back and we're going to actually use this normal distribution to approximate p of x. So we're going to do this process again in StatCrunch. Come back to Stat and Calculators, but this time we're going to select Normal. We do want a between value, so make sure that you're selecting that option here up at the top. For the mean and the standard deviation, though, we have to calculate these things given n and p. So earlier I took this screenshot from our text that gives us those formulas for the mean and the standard deviation. I calculated those earlier, and I found that the mean was, for our case, 21.6, and the standard deviation was 3.6. The purpose of this video is to show you how to use StatCrunch, so I'm assuming then that you can calculate those things easily using the formulas. Now we have to say what the values are going to be between. So earlier, remember, in the binomial probability, x equaled 24, and when we use a normal to approximate, we go a half a unit below and a half a unit above that value. So half a unit or 0.5 below that would be 23.5, and half a unit above or 0.5 above that would be 24.5. And we compute, we get this nice normal curve. We see that between area represented here, and this is our probability. The 7 is going to make the 5 round up, so when I copy this and paste it, I'm going to round that up and check. And the last thing you're asked to do is just state how much these differ. Now that you have these two probabilities, the 0.0886 and the 0.0873, you subtract those two, and we get that they differ by 0.0013 when we subtract.